So let's go ahead and close our eyes. And I want you to take some deep breaths. Just feel into your body. Breathing deeply. And yeah, the room is hot. We're all sweating. But allow that to be your anchor. Allow that to bring your awareness into your body. Utilize your 5 senses. Feel your clothing. What do your pants feel like? Take a moment to really feel the texture. Take a deep breath in. What are you smelling? What are you hearing? What are you tasting in your mouth? Anchor into your body in this moment. And then I want you to visualize all of the energies of this weekend, all of the beautiful star seeds that you met, all of the yellows and the oranges and the pinks, all of the golden frequency and the indigo, all of this chaotic, beautiful, high energy all around you, and allow it to come into your body. Allow it to anchor into every cell of your DNA. Allow all of the light codes that everyone else here, not just in this room, but at this entire conference, all of the light workers, all of the masters, all of the light codes that they hold, allow that to anchor into the very essence of yourself. And now I want you to imagine a grounding cord going from the base of your spine down, 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 down into the center of the planet. Mother Gaia is grounding you, anchoring you. Imagine your feet buried in dirt, your hands touching soil, your body feeling rejuvenated. And now I want you to fill yourself up with source frequency. Connect your crown to the center of the universe, to pure source. You're bringing in this pure, chilly, white light energy. And that fills you up. And as that fills you up, it fills your aura up. And then you expand your aura out. Out and out and out to the lands. Healing Los Angeles. Transmuting the portal, the Hollywood portal. Out, out, out. Healing all of the burn. Healing all of the bush. Healing all of the people and their families. And then bring it back into your body. As we heal Los Angeles, we anchor these light codes into the portal of Hollywood, we heal the rest of the world. Now come on back and open your eyes. Okay, let's begin. All right, we're starting with the pop quiz. Are you ready? You good to go? Have you studied? Have you got the telepathic message that I sent you a couple weeks ago to say, hey, we're going to have a quiz. You got to study up. Are you ready to go? You don't have to write anything down. You're going to be good to go. But I hope you're prepared because it's some pretty serious shit. Okay, so for each question, choose the answer that resonates most with how you feel or act in your daily life. Be honest with yourself, okay? I'm not going to quiz you, really. And keep track of whether you pick mostly A, B, or C. That's really it. You don't have to write anything down, but just kind of keep the awareness around which one you typically gravitate towards. Like I said, kind of be honest with yourself, all right? Because this is going to inform you for the rest of the lecture. Cool. All right, question 1. How do you typically handle challenges in your life? A, I get overwhelmed, frustrated, or stuck in details of how unfair life feels. B, I analyze the situation and look for patterns or lessons, but sometimes I feel torn between perspectives. And C, I'm going to read this one. I trust that challenges are a part of a bigger picture and see them as opportunities for growth and expansion. Okay, just keep it in mind. Good, you got your answer? Okay. All right, question 2. I'm going to fix my presentation here. That's better. All right. Hey, tech stuff. Okay, question 2. How do you relate to other people? A, I often feel in competition or compare myself to others. Relationships can feel draining or transactional. B, I value connection and try to understand others' viewpoints even if I don't agree with them. Or C, I feel deeply connected to others, like we are all a part of the same energy or purpose, and approach relationships with unconditional love. We're looking for your most sort of average. Maybe this weekend you're like, yeah, everyone's won, but hey, on Monday morning you got to go back to work, okay? Where are you at most of your day? All right, question 3. What is your perspective on time? A, time is limited and I often feel like I'm running out of it. B, time is fluid. I'm aware of cycles and rhythms, but I still plan and organize around it. Or C, time feels expansive and less important. I'm focused on being present in the moment. You guys got your answers? Cool. All right, question 4. What motivates you the most? A, material success, survival, or proving myself in the world. B, personal growth, learning, or achieving a balance in my life. Or C, helping others, living authentically, and contributing to the collective good. Got your answers? All right, number 5. How do you process your emotions? A, I tend to react to emotions and feel trapped in them like they control me. B, I process my emotions thoughtfully, trying to find meaning and balance. Or C, I accept emotions as energy moving through me and see them as a part of my soul's journey. Got your answers? You guys being real with yourselves? Good. All right, 6. How do you view your purpose in life? A, living is about surviving and doing my best to navigate the systems around me. B, life is about learning, evolving, and finding clarity in my personal path. Or C, life is about awakening, aligning with universal energy, and helping to raise consciousness. Got your answers? Yeah? You feeling it? You got it? Okay, last one. What is your relationship with fear? A, fear often holds me back or feels like an unavoidable part of life. B, I see fear as something to work through and learn from, but it still affects me. Or C, fear is an illusion that I recognize but don't give power to. It's a part of the old paradigm. Got it? All right, so let me just ask you guys. How many of you got an average answer of A? Be honest. Okay, good. We got a couple. How many of you got an average answer of B? Yeah, me too. I took the quiz when I was writing it. And how many of you got an average answer of C? Good. Very nice. Very nice. Love that. So, I'm sure you're aware. But yeah, A is in the third dimension, and that's totally okay. Life feels centered around physical reality, survival, and duality. This is where many people operate, focusing on the external world and navigating challenges through effort and reaction. Now remember, I want to introduce you to the different frequencies and dimensional levels so that you can be aware of where you're at throughout your day. Obviously, we're hopping through many different dimensions, and that's okay, but awareness is the key. So I want you to think back to this and say, ooh, that's a little A. That's a little 3D, and that's okay. So B, you're tapping into the fourth dimension. Great. You're moving beyond purely just physical and exploring awareness, intuition, and growth. This dimension is about transitions, learning, and balancing dualities, and connecting to the idea of higher perspectives. It's a good place to be. And C, of course, yay! You're embracing the fifth dimension. You're living in a space of unity consciousness, unconditional love, and trust in the universe. This is a higher state of being where separation dissolves and everything is seen as interconnected. It's great, but it's not always practical. And I think we know that. It's not always practical right now. So I want you to just go through, I'll read a couple of these. Like I said, you guys are going to be getting the recording of this, so you can really deep dive. But the third dimension, right? This is the dimension where most people have been operating for centuries. It's focused on material reality and separation consciousness. These are individuals who see the world in a dualistic way, right? Good, bad, right, wrong, us versus them. One of the things that I've seen recently that's really, I think, bringing my awareness to this is all of the identities that people are needing to attach to, right? I mean, just in the world around us, we see, especially in the LGBTQ community, it's like, okay, well, hi, I'm like a gay, cis, straight, white female who identifies as bisexual, but sometimes I'm pan, and like every once in a while I have a threesome. Like, who cares? Who cares? Why? Because every single time you have a layer of identity, you're actually attaching to the expectations of what that layer is going to hold that day. The amount of pressure that we feel when we walk around with these labels, thinking that people are expecting all of these things of us when really these are just things that we are attaching to and then projecting out into to our reality and then trying to find validation for every single identity that we're attaching to. Right? Now, on top of that, the spiritual community is very similar. And yeah, I channel the Galactic Federation, but that's not all I do, And I never want to pigeonhole myself. I never want to be the weird alien girl. I am. Too late. Okay. Yeah. We're there. Okay. But that's not it. And I think my entire life and really my entire career, I've had this question. I was just talking to a good friend about this question. Who am I? How do I label myself? How do we anchor into the mainstream? Am I a life coach? Am I a psychic? Am I a clairvoyant? Am I just the weird alien chick? I don't know. And I don't really want to know. So here, it's so great to be like, yes, I'm a Lyran from the seventh dimension. So it's great, awesome. But you're all of it, right? So we got to get away from duality. And it's not getting away from it like we're suppressing each side. We got to be aware of duality. Because the awareness of both sides allow us to rise above it, right? So it's okay to be 3D. It's okay to also show up and be like, I'm a mom. And like, that's okay. That label's okay. It's okay to show up and be like, yeah, I'm a businesswoman or I'm a CEO in this moment because I got to direct my team, right? It's okay to show up and be like, I'm at the Conscious Life Expo and I'm just floating. And that feels good. And that's great too, right? But be aware of the labels that you're playing with is the point that I'm getting at. We're still in a society where we do have to show up as something. Because look at us. We're showing up in this physical body. We are showing up as something. We are not etheric beings quite yet. And we are in another reality simultaneously, which gets weird. But play with it consciously. And that's really the whole point of this workshop, is to play with frequencies consciously. because that's when we can really master this world. And that's what we're here to do. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 100 years ago, we weren't ready for that. This is the mastery part of planet Earth. We are not here to just simply play a game anymore. And the fourth dimension, right? This is where you start to question the systems, question beliefs, question limitations, and become aware of the third dimension in its sort of linear aspects. And the second you're aware of it, you rise above it, right? So you're aware of the power of your thoughts. You're working on clearing old emotional baggage. You're doing the deep dive. You're doing the ancestral stuff. You're doing the inner child stuff. And this is sort of where I like to sit with my content. I'm like, okay, cool. So you're not totally in it. You're a little bit above it. So let's take you from there and just open you up to all of it, right? When you first wake up, you start to question what we've been given. We start to question the programming. We start to question the old beliefs. We start to question our trauma from our childhood. We start to question where we came from and also where we belong. We're still looking for that belonging. It's a good place to be. Now, the challenges in the fourth dimension are immense, right? There's no real challenges in the third dimension. It's, are you paying your bills or are you not paying your bills? It is literally that black and white. Are you Republican or are you Democrat? It is so easy to be in the third dimension. You just got to choose one of two. It's 50-50. You could just close your eyes and just go, yep, that side, right? 4D, you're like, whoa, okay. I got choices. I got two sides. Which one do I want? Where do I fit? I don't really fit in either one. It's exciting, but it's difficult, right? I think we all feel that push and pull. We struggle with letting go of control. I mean, hello, I got some control issues. Very A-type over here. But you also feel the weight of past karma, right? You're opening up to not just this world and the choices that we make, but the ripple effect of all of the choices that you've ever made ever before and ever again, and all of the simultaneous choices that we will ever make. And a lot of the time you just feel confused. You're like, I don't really belong anywhere until we meet like-minded, right? It's a roller coaster. Every single day you're like, I feel so good. Wow, like my meditation or my yoga or my bath or that conversation with a friend. And then you get that email and your boss is pissed. You're like, shit. And you're right back into 3D. 4D is a very transitional time to be because we're flip-flopping a lot. And it takes a lot of energy to go from here to here and back again. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got the Schumann resonance in each one of these, right? So, third dimension, not a whole lot going on with the Schumann. So we've flatlined over here. Fourth dimension, things are spiking, right? Then you hit a 4D challenge, boom. We're just blanking out again. 5D, this shit is off the chain. This is crazy, right? Look at this. It's incredible. Just sacred geometry coming through, frequencies. So the fifth dimension, let's talk about this because I really want you to know. I really want you to know what this is because a lot of people think that you're going to be abducted and you're going to be taken to a different planet and it's like, we don't have to eat. We can breathe the air and talk to aliens and the bills are paid. And it's actually not like that. I'm so sorry. So the fifth dimension, it's a realm of unity consciousness. That's what it is. It's a state of being, right? We hold all of the fractals, we hold all of the keys, and all we're doing is just shifting into a fractal that's a little bit higher in perspective than the fractal before that. And when we do that, we can actually, we can change the physical world in that state of being. So yeah, it's great. 5D is a state of being vibrationally, but also 5D is the place where we can really play with the physical. So like I said at the bottom here, it's a state of being rather than a place. And we really need to know that because people think that they're going to a different planet. And it's actually not like that, right? So stop trying to leave where you're at and understand that the shifting happens in the present moment. You see life through a lens of openness, oneness, and interconnectedness. You fully recognize that your thoughts create reality, and you're consciously choosing positive and high vibrational thoughts. You respond to challenges. I know I'm hopping around. This is to switch you up. I love that, right? You're going to see why later. Okay. Responding to challenges with neutrality and trust. Now, one of the things that I say often is, if you truly believed that every single thought you had created the physical reality of your life, you would pay a hell of a lot more attention to every thought that you have. Because I don't know about you guys, and yeah, I know that I'm the one on stage, or I'm like the quote unquote, the label of the teacher, but I struggle every single day with control. I literally woke up yesterday in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh my God, is my wife giving Bodhi enough water? I'm like, what am I thinking? Of course he's gonna drink water, right? It's just like this, especially as a parent, it's like, oh my God, the control tendencies are there. Right? It's like, why can't I trust more? Why can't I let go more? And I think that I'm just a reflection of where everyone else is at. I'm in 4D. Like, I am not 5D. I am not shitting rainbows. Like, I'm really not, actually. I still got to pay my bills, and I still worry. I still have anxieties, right? But really, we have to pay attention to our thoughts. We have to bring this awareness in. And a lot of the times, aspects of 3D, pain in your body, a health crisis, a car accident, the heat in this room. It's bringing you in. And the only reason why uncomfortable aspects of this reality are so incredibly important is because they allow you to be conscious. They allow you to be aware. Now, the problem that we're all getting, myself included, getting tripped up in is we experience something uncomfortable, and what do? We react. We react. And how do we react typically? Fear, negativity. That's how we've been programmed in our fight and flight mind. That's our reptilian brain. We react negatively. So what do we do instead? Take the heat. Take the pain in your lower back. Take that random bout of food poisoning. Take that fender bender, okay? And fucking utilize it. And the best way to utilize aspects of our reality that make us uncomfortable, that pull us into the moment, is to be aware of it. That's it, you guys. That's it. You're already aware of it, but the moment that we are aware of it and then react to it is so quick that now we're just spiraling in the reaction. Now we're just caught up in the negative thoughts and the programming. Utilize these moments. Maybe it's a noise that's really annoying. Utilize that. Or a smell that's really bad. Utilize it. Utilize aspects of the third dimension that make you uncomfortable to raise you to higher frequencies. That is mastery. That is mastery. And as long as you just chill out in the fourth, you can do that. You can observe everything. We don't need to be in the fifth. If anything, it's really hard to maintain the fifth. Like I said, unless you're living off grid. Awesome for you. And I'm glad there are people in this world who are like, I'm moving to Peru with my family, and we're just going to run around naked. Oh my God, great. That's awesome for you. And you know what? Those people actually are like holding the vibe. Like they are. They really are. They're helping in a way because they are completely removed from the matrix. But I know that that's not my role. I'm not supposed to just be off grid. I'm not supposed to be disconnected. I'm supposed to bring everyone in, right? I'm supposed to be here with you, sweating in this room. Right now, this is it, okay? We're doing it together, okay? That's the point. Now, one of the greatest challenges of being in 5D is like, you feel weird, right? You're like, oh my God, no one gets me. Like, I don't fit in anywhere. Like, you know those people who are wearing those outfits, kind of like that weird outfit I was wearing today? Like, just imagine walking down the street. I'm like, I need to hop into a 7-Eleven right now in this galactic year. I just need to, like, wake people up. But also, their immediate reaction is like, hey, you're weird. Like, you are not where I'm at. And I'm like, I know. Like, get there already. Right? You feel misunderstood. You're just operating at a different frequency. Okay. Raise of hands. Who here has family members who are, like, not on your vibe? Yeah, that's... Hey, guess what? You know what you just learned? Let's apply it right now. Guess what you just learned? What are we going to do next time that very 3D family member triggers you? We're going to observe it. Oh, thank you so much for all of these great lessons. This conversation has been truly enlightening. Wow. Politics has been great. Yeah, let's do this again. I'm going to go, like, observe more and process this. But I'm serious. Things that trigger you, utilize it. Allow it to shift you. Allow it to bring, like, and that's where you find gratitude. How incredible is that? Right? That triggering 3D family, thank you. But you could tell them, thank you so much for this conversation. This has been great. And meanwhile, you're observing it from a much higher state of being, and you're getting so much out of it. Utilize every moment of being in the matrix. Utilize it. Shift it. This is your time to do that. Stop playing the game. So no, it's not about cutting off your family members. It's not. It's not about saying, yeah, okay, I'm going to move to Peru. That's what I got out of this EA talk. This is great. No, it's not. It's not about running away. It's about anchoring the higher frequency in right now. That's what we've got to do. Yeah, fuck yeah. That's a fuck yeah. Okay? Have gratitude for all of your triggering family members. So I got a surfer, which actually a lot of people told me I look like a scuba diver today. I'm leveraging that. I am shifting that into the 5th dimension. No, really though. The 4th dimension is the sweet spot. So as much as I would love to say this whole thing is about go 5D, go 5D. No, I'm sorry. This isn't the year for that. This isn't the time for that. The sweet spot right now, and honestly, for the next 4-ish years, okay, is 4D. Because, let me tell you, when you meditate, when you have your practices, when you're super vegan, you're doing all the things, and you're at that level, and then you go to the grocery store and someone cuts you off or steals that last tub of ice cream, whatever triggers you, okay, you're going to plummet into the 3rd dimension, right? And you are going to feel exhausted. Who here has felt so fucking tired in the past year especially? Anyone suffering from just chronic exhaustion all the time? Like, all I want to do is nap. And the reason why is because you're 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D. Okay? That's it. You're shifting so rapidly that you're unable to maintain. What I'm saying is the sweet spot is the maintenance. Okay? I want you guys to surf in the 4th dimension. I want you to coast in between. And that way, when you get triggered by that family member, when you are stuck in LA traffic trying to get the hell out of here tomorrow, okay? You'll be like, hey, whoa, what did EA say? Let's put on some music. Let's ride this out. So let me give you the example of traffic, all right? You're stuck in traffic. You're in LA, okay? The 3rd dimension, you're going to say, fuck this traffic, all right? Fuck that guy for cutting in front of me. He's getting ahead of me. That is not cool. Now I'm behind him. And I'm stuck here, right? You're just angry. Okay, that's 3D. That's like everyone. And then 4D, you're like, okay, whoa, I'm going to utilize this moment. I'm going to observe it, and we're just going to chill. No, non-reaction. Look, I'm stuck in the traffic. I can't do anything about it. I'm just going to be here. I accept my fate. I'm just going to relax. Great. You're not feeding the fear. You're just chilling and observing. 5D is, I'm stuck in the traffic. I observe my reactions. I'm going to shift the energy. I'm going to raise it higher. We're going to put on some tunes, my favorite music, and we're going to make the best part of my day being stuck in traffic. It is the exact same reality. 3 different vibrational frequencies. When we can do that, when we can either just objectively, neutrally observe, or shift that neutrality into a higher state of being, that is when every single thing in our lives aligns. Like, who here this weekend has really felt like whatever it is that you thought of just appeared? Right? The synchronicities that happen here when you get a group of conscious people, I say that this is like a mini Sedona. Every year, it just feels like that, right? You think of something and it appears. You say something and it's there. When you start to get into the 4th dimension of objectively observing and then adding your gratitude to shift the frequency, the world starts to bend around your awareness and not the other way around. You're stuck in traffic, what do? I want you to remember that, okay? Chill out in 4D. All right, so I want to teach you something that came to me last year. I feel like Bodhi. I'm like, where's the straw? Toddlers are so cute. All right, so this is my renew technique. This is in my next book for anxiety, so you can apply this technique to everything, and I pretty much already gave you the down low, all right? Renew. Recognize, neutralize, and utilize. It is as simple as that. This right here is the quantum equation to mastering your reality. I've talked about being the player, I've talked about being the character, and I've talked about being the programmer, and this is how you do it. Bring awareness to the state of being that you're currently in. Hey, hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, you're not having a good time today, are you? Oh, you got some food poisoning? Yeah, that sucks. All right, cool. Well, I'm recognizing it. That's great. Through recognition objectively, you actually really just listen to yourself and you minimize the reaction to it, which is really nice. A lot of the time, our subconscious minds are like, I just need you to listen. A lot of the times, our inner childs are saying the same thing. No one ever listened to me. So why don't you step up and start listening to yourself? The recognition is the key. Once you bring away, I'm so hot right now, recognition. That's it, right? That's it. There's a triggering moment. It allows you to recognize I'm triggered in this moment, okay? Then you bring that over to neutrality. Through observing the recognition in that moment, you can neutralize it, right? Observe that you're triggered by that conversation. Observe that you're hot in the room. Observe that you are stuck in traffic. And one of the best ways to neutralize an observation is through reminding yourself that you're safe. This is where all anxiety comes from, all right? It's this feeling of I'm not safe and I don't know why, okay? And it really does go back to our ancestral roots. It's that Neanderthal. You're in the woods and you're hunting a deer, right? Ding, 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 ding. There's a spidey sense. It goes off. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. The hair on the back of my neck is standing up, but I don't know where it's coming from. Immediately your mind starts to spiral, and then there it is. There's a wolf hunting you. Okay? We have an innate intuition, but these days Everything is coming at us telling us that something's wrong. It's the news, it's your neighbor, it's your boss, it's your partner. Everything's wrong. This safety is so key. I have gotten myself out of so many panic and anxiety attacks by just reminding myself that I'm safe. Hey, look, Bodhi's getting enough water. Like he is. He's fine. He's not dying. He's going to be okay for 2 days without you. Right? Safety, safety, safety. Recognize what's triggering you. Bring safety into it. And also just breathe. Which anchors you into the present moment. Which grounds you into your body. Okay? Now, if you can do step 1 and step 2, then you can move right along to step 3, which is utilize. Now, utilize that moment of conscious awareness to do other things. Maybe it's a little bit of gratitude. Ooh, I can't believe I'm here as a human. Like, this is pretty wild. Let's go order some pizza? Right? And it's like, I mean, what better of being human than just eating, like, junk food, right? Not all the time, but, you know, it's pretty good. Utilize it through gratitude. Utilize it through manifestation. Oh, hi. I'm aware. I've neutralized my reaction. What do I want? What could change? What's in disharmony? What could be more harmonious? Utilize that moment to manifest your highest timeline. Utilize that moment in traffic to manifest your highest timeline. By how? How do you do that? You just focus on it. That's it. Just bring your awareness to it. Utilize gratitude, focus. So then let's talk about vibrational navigation, another huge tool that came to me in the last couple of years to get us through this time, to get us through 2025. Now, vibrational navigation is something that we do every single day, all day. We connect to things and we disconnect to things. So that cup of coffee in the morning, right? You're smelling it, you're tasting it, it's hot, it's fresh, it's, you know, you do it every morning, okay? But you're connecting to it in that moment. And then you subsequently disconnect to it after you're done it, right? We connect and disconnect every single day. You connected to so many people all weekend long. And when you go home, you probably want to burn some sage and disconnect, right? Now, we do this. We do this to live. We do this to exist. We connect and we disconnect from our world to simply exist. But what if I told you that taking yourself to the next level of existence means consciously connecting and consciously disconnecting, right? So, get this. You go to the grocery store, all right? You're walking around, you're like, all right, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this. And you go to the checkout, and the guy at the checkout, he looks pretty sad. And you're like, hey, man, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, well, thanks for my groceries. You walk away, you go home, and you just feel off. You feel anxious. You feel worried. You feel a little bit overwhelmed. You're like, I don't know where this is coming from. I was having a great day. I got all my groceries. Oh, hang on, that cashier. I wonder if I connected to him. I wonder if I entangled my energies with his. We don't realize that we've now taken that on. And you know what? You walked away, and he probably feels a hell of a lot better. Like, let's be honest, right? Which is fine, because that's what we're here to do. But as the solar flares are hitting and the vibration is increasing, we are all becoming a lot more sensitive. And as we are becoming a lot more sensitive, we have to have our energetic cleanses. I want you to walk away from this weekend saying, I want to show up in my everyday life and be able to choose what I'm connecting and disconnecting to. Now, being in the fourth dimension means we get to utilize our autopilot programming. I know, it sounds weird, right? Like, sure, go back into autopilot, but guess what? There are many instances where autopilot actually saves us time and energy. Boop, autopilot, cool, just driving, you know? Actually, driving is a place where I find that I'm really in the fourth dimension because I can be half autopilot, half conscious. I am like on it, I'm ready, I'm aware. If something happens, I can divert, I can react, I can respond. However, I know my car, I know the dimensions, I know what's going on. I can kind of tune out, I can think, some of my best breakthroughs, my conscious moments are when I'm driving. I'm like, what is up with that? It's because I'm half autopilot, half conscious. It's this state where you're sort of meditating. Like when you're sitting there in meditation, you're like, oh my God, my back hurts and I can't meditate because of that. Hey, that's a beautiful thing. It's allowing you to be aware. Okay? So that's what we want to do. We want to float in between autopilot and conscious awareness. Tune yourself into autopilot when need be. Maybe it's cooking, maybe it's at work. But then utilize all of those extra moments in between for conscious vibrational navigation. What do you want to connect with? What timeline do you want to create? What in-laws do you want to disconnect to? Right? Utilize your conscious awareness. This is true mastery. If we can do this, it takes a lot of energy to do it all the time. That's what I'm saying right now, B4D. Utilize your autopilot, utilize your consciousness. Utilize both. Connecting, right? Check in with yourself. Hey, Elizabeth, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you hungry? Are you tired? Do you need a shower? Do you need a hug? Do you need a good conversation? When's the last time we actually checked in with ourselves consciously, right? This is so important. Listen to yourself. Utilize your senses. What am I smelling? What am I feeling? What am I sensing? Ground into the present moment and let go of other thoughts. Consciously connect. I mean, what happens if every single day we consciously connected to our water and said, thank you for healing me? Like, holy shit, what would happen? It would heal every single molecule in our body. Like, I get that you guys know this stuff, and I get that I know this stuff too, but this is the time to apply it. Okay? This is no longer a time to just skirt by life. This is no longer a time to just settle. And I'm telling you right now that if you do not apply this shit, you will be forced to. Like, you can't hide from applying yourself anymore. Really, like, we got to show up for ourselves in a big way. I'd love to say love, light, and connection to the planet, but it's about you. And I actually do want you to pay the bills, not just paycheck to paycheck. I want you to have more than enough to pay the bills because you've done the work to show up for you. And then disconnect. Cut cords often. Every person we make eye contact with, we create a cord with. Okay? Please keep that in mind. Connect to something else through your focus. Just divert. Observe without emotion and reaction. And create those healthy boundaries. Just say no. It's as simple as that. Do not do anything in your life through obligation. It's just not a time to do that anymore because you're showing the universe, yes, I'm willing to do everything through obligation. But no, what do you want? What do you want? Set your intention on what you want and allow everything to align to mirror that intention. It's actually as simple as that, but we're not taking it seriously. We're not applying ourselves. We're fucking magical hybrid beings of conscious frequency, and we're just going to our 9-to-5 jobs, just getting by, and I get it. I seriously do. But we gotta show up a little bit more than that. For us, for ourselves. Check in with yourself. This is me shifting timelines. I had fun in Canva. This is me in the third dimension. Yes, that is a face of fear, doubt, confusion, anxiety. And then still confused in the middle, very confused. But things are starting to shift. Things are glitching. And then I give up. I kind of just surrender and say, fuck it. Like, what will be, what will be. And I'm chilling in this weird quantum place of the fifth dimension. Now, things do get glitchy. They do. They get glitchy when we start to shift. Who here, let's say in the past 3 months, past 6 months, have experienced some sort of weird glitch? Mandela effect glitch, like a timeline thing, or like, I swear I put that thing there and it wasn't there and now it's here? I'm just so confused. Cool, a lot of you. Okay, we're going to experience so many more glitches. We are going to experience so many more Mandela effects moving forward. Because what happens right now is the solar flares are coming in, they're raising our frequency, and as our frequency is raised, all of these timelines are opening up, okay? We're switching things up, we're getting outside of our autopilot programming, and we're saying anything is possible. Now, the number one thing that you could do to switch up your timeline and to override your programming is to make different choices. I think this is my next slide. Yes. Pull out your phone right now, everyone. If you got it, pull it out. Go into your clock, go into your alarm, go into your thing. And I want you to set a daily alarm. And I want you to set this alarm every day. Yes, it's annoying. It needs to be. It's supposed to be. You could do 1:11, you can do 11:11, you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, you could do fucking 9:35. I don't care. It really doesn't matter what time it is. The point is that it's a daily alarm. This is your awareness alarm. Da, 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 da. You like that? I've been working on the sound effects. It's your awareness alarm. All right. So what do you do when this alarm goes off? Okay? Many things. You could do anything. You could do anything you want, but nothing that is expected of you at that time in the day. The alarms are going off. We're switching it up. We're shaking shit up. It's happening. It is 7:05. We are doing it. All right. You're in the middle of an email. You're talking to your boss. The alarm goes off. And they're going off. And it's happening. We're switching up the timelines. You could do many things, right? You could check in with yourself. This is the alarm where you're like, hi, EA, how are you doing? This is an alarm where you're like, ooh, I feel so grateful for like this food in front of me. Great, awesome. And then you could also get uncomfortable, right? You'd be like, you know what? I'm talking to my father-in-law right now, and I've always wanted to tell him this thing, and my alarm's going off, and I'm going to blame EA for this, but I'm fucking going to say it. I'm going to say it. And some weird spiritual teacher told me that I need to say it, so I'm going to say it. Right, great. Get in hot water. Get uncomfortable. Okay? But the number one thing that you could do to immediately shift your current timeline is to do an unexpected action. One of my favorite unexpected actions, I don't know why, is to throw shit. I really, truly, like, I'll be at my desk, and I'm like, fuck, you know, my next predicted action is to record this video, but you know what? I'm going to take my phone, I'm just going to chuck it. Just going to chuck it. And then I get all like wrapped up in like, but what if it was in my predestined timelines to chuck my phone across the room, and I take it again and I chuck it in a different direction? What if that was in my predestined? No, do not get into the loophole that I usually get into. Just embrace the fact that on a typical average every day at 11:11, you would not be doing that thing. Immediately, so many things take place when you take a different action. Okay, the other day I was like, I want to take a different action. What am I going to do? I'm chewing gum. I take the gum and I just put it on my hand. Like, that's weird. I would never do this. I would never it's just, I mean, do I just like look at it? Do I just like wait for it to fall off? Like, what do I do with it? It's just there, right? But it's just like, hey, do something different. Put your shoes on the opposite feet. Like, fuck it. It doesn't matter what it is. But immediately when you decide to do something that you've either never done before or that your predictive programming wasn't expecting you to do in the first place, this series of events takes place. The first thing that happens is new neural pathways. How fucking badass is that? Neuroplasticity? We are reprogramming our brain by taking our gum and putting it on the back of our hand. I've never done that before. I didn't know what to expect. How is the gum going to behave? I don't know. Is it going to stick there? I don't know. It was wild. It was a crazy time. You should have been there. I guess now I'm bringing you into that moment, right? Do something different. Now, if you really want to be a grade A student, right, if you really want to go to the next level, do something different every day. The alarm is great. Check in with yourself, right? But do something different every day. If you drive to work the same way every day, drive a different way. If you eat spaghetti on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, eat something different. If you really hate Indian food, but it's been a long time since you've had it, eat it again. I'm serious. Try something you've never tried before. Do something different. And you know what else that does? It doesn't just reprogram your neural pathways and creates new links, but it opens up possibilities for you. You're no longer in the series of expected action anymore. Anything is now possible because you chucked your pen across the room. And I'm serious about that. Who knows what the rest of the day will hold? And when we get outside of that predictive programming, we open ourselves up to infinite possibilities. Now, the other thing that I would recommend that I find is one of the more impactful things that you can do is purposefully get uncomfortable. Because I feel, especially in the Western world, every moment of our day, every programming of our lives has been avoid uncomfortability. Who here enjoys a nice hot shower? Yeah, it's so nice, right? Who here hates cold showers? Yeah, me too. It's so good for us to consciously choose to not only just do something different, but to do something uncomfortable. And this really goes back to Buddhism as well. A lot of Buddhist monks, they sleep on the ground, they wear bare feet, they do specific things to purposefully have the experience of suffering and uncomfortability. So now, when we get uncomfortable because of outside influences and environments, we're not reacting in the same way. It's no longer an immediate negative response. Immediately, when you get uncomfortable because you can't pay your bills, you bring yourself into the conscious moment and you say, okay, I'm aware of this. I'm not going to react to this. I've been through this before and I can get through this again. All of a sudden, you feel empowered to move through something that's uncomfortable because you've done it before and you've done it consciously. Okay? Switch up your reality and get uncomfortable. So in that moment, during that alarm, and it depends on when it goes off and where you're at in your day when it does go off. Maybe you just want to check in with yourself quietly. Maybe you do want to chuck a pen across the room or do something weird with your hair or whatever. Okay? But really try and utilize your consciousness. The second that you are consciously aware in the moment is the second that you can be consciously aware when you're sleeping. What is that? Astral traveling? Lucid dreaming? That'll open up all of your conscious doors to everything. We are incredibly powerful, psychic, masterful individuals. Conscious awareness is the bridge to all of that. Conscious awareness is the bridge to having the best job ever, right? It's not just, I'm consciously aware of myself in this moment. It's, what do I want? What's going to help me improve my life? Focus on that when the alarm goes off, and then move through it. Create it. Anchor it in. All right? Conscious awareness is everything, and now we really need to be stepping up. Randomness reprograms your reality. One of the other things I used to do is just clap randomly, like just one clap though. And it was so annoying. I was like, oh God, I really hate this sound. I'm like peaceful and like vibing and meditating, and then just like clap. And there's something about the sound too, like that irritating sound that will also wake you up from where you're at. And that's really important, okay? Remember this. Remember this as the alarms go off. Randomness reprograms your reality. It shifts you into a place where anything is possible. Hi, Mom. Can I swear? You're supposed to say, fuck yes, we practice this. I'm kidding, we didn't practice this. Okay, so this is something I've been doing for probably a year or two now. And I think for a lot of us who are in like a density, who are in the third dimension, we're like, I make choices, I make decisions every day. A lot of them are autopilot, and that's okay because it just gets me by. But how do I know what choice to make? How do I know what the higher frequency choice is? And for me, what I learned a while ago is all of my biggest choices in my life have always been fuck yes choices. They have. Now, I'm not talking about little things, okay? Because really what I'm talking about with the fuck yes strategy is your destiny. It's you feeling into your predestined programs is what it is. Your blueprint that you signed up for before you came in here. So, yeah, did you predestine program you eating sushi tonight? No, no one cares what you ate tonight, okay? Did you predestine program the partner that you have? Yeah, fuck yes. In many ways. Okay, that came out wrong. Did you predestine the living situation that you have? Fuck yes. Did you predestine your job that you have right now to make money? Absolutely. These are really big foundational things that were always in your predestined contracts, which means that when we're tuning into big choices in our life, it is fuck yes or bust. If it's not a fuck yes, it's a no, right? If it's like a collaboration with someone and you're like, I don't know. If it's a maybe, it's a no. That's it. You don't have to go through this whole strategy for the meal that you're making or, the place that you're hiking or what. You don't, just live your life and like enjoy the small choices. But when it comes down to the big choices, if you are not getting a screaming out loud fuck yes, then it's a no. And I do have to mention, because this is really important, it may be a no for right now. Okay, because timing is everything, right? So if you're like, oh, I'm getting a maybe, it's a no for right now, and that's okay, but revisit it. If it comes back around, I remember when I was 18, I went through a really hard breakup, and I thought he was the love of my life, and we were going to be together forever and have cute little babies, and no. But in my like turmoil of the breakup, the only thing that got me through was this sentiment. If he is the love of my life, if this guy is meant to be in my life, then I can let him go and he will come back. Did he come back? No. Thank God for that, actually. That was very toxic. So just know that too. Like there's no harm in saying no for right now. And if it's aligned, it's going to come back. Like even like... if you see like a beautiful crystal jewelry out there and you're like, oh, I saw it a couple days ago and I really want to go back. If it's meant for you, it's going to be there. If it's not meant for you, it's not going to be there, right? So there's also this like sort of relaxed approach when we go with the fuck yes. And I'll tell you right now that out of 10 big sort of no's, you're only going to get one fuck yes, right? And it's going to be loud. So this is a way that we can work with our intuition without having to stress too much about big decisions, okay? Allow all the little decisions to just be kind of whatever, right? I even call them like whatever jobs. Like it's okay if you have a matrix job. It's okay if you're a barista or a grocery bagger or whatever. It's okay because you can be spiritual and badass on the side, right? Like we need you actually in those positions as well, transmuting the vibe, okay? So, and yeah, P.S. swearing does shift your reality. Even though my parents are like, could you just like swear less? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, actually. Fuck yes, I will swear less. No, but really, there is something kind of shocking, and it'll shock you out of your current state, and I like that. So, we're going to end off with a little manifestation. Close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Breathing deeply into the present moment. I want you to anchor in every word that I'm about to say, not only into your soul, but into your human, into your 9 to 5, into your 24 hours. This is for you and only you. I have more than enough financial abundance. All of my bills are always paid. I am saving lots of money. I wake up and go to my dream job every single day. I get to share my light with others. I am surrounded by like-minded people who understand me. I am loved. I am empowered. I know who I am. I let go of all labels. I let go of all traumas. I let go of all contracts that no longer serve me. I am peaceful. I am healthy. Every cell of my body responds to my conscious awareness. I am radiant. I am psychic. I am connected. I am able to download any piece of information from the conscious collective. I am activated. I am aware of my spirit guides. I am aligned to my purpose. I am living in my truth. I am living in my integrity. I am living in authenticity. I radiate abundance, health, well-being, and conscious awareness. I am human, and I am magical. Just allow that to anchor into every cell of your being. And then open your eyes. You are so fucking beautiful. Every single one of you. And I am beyond honored to be holding space in your presence, because you are the true masters, the true teachers, the true thought leaders. You are here for something big. It is not a coincidence that you are here on this planet right now at this time.